Welcome into Studio 7 here at Johnson Hall, the Golden Eagles Spotlight Interviews. Coach Bond Shymansky joining me. Coach, great to have you here.
Thanks.
Now, the team went 12-18 last season. You come in, change of attitude, change of philosophy, really, and goes 18-12. I know you're not happy with mediocrity, but that's a big step for the program. Are you happy with what would happen this year?
You know, I think when we're in the moment, you don't like losing. I don't like losing 12 matches, and 18-12 we recognize is a much better record than 12-18. But I think as I reflect on it, it's a great step forward for our program. And the way that I keep describing it at the end of the season with our team is that everybody jumped on board. We got this train kind of running in the right direction. Now we got to get it going full steam. So 18-12 represents the turnaround, but now we want to ascend. We want to climb that the really tough mountain of being champions. We want to climb that, and we're ready. We're ready to do it. So our staff is excited about, our team is very excited about the direction that we're headed, and really even excited about spring ball right now, which is pretty rare. Most teams hate spring training because it's just a lot of practice and a whole little play. But they're looking forward to it, so we're pretty pumped about this upcoming season.
Well, you guys showed signs of brilliance throughout the season last year. I remember we went out to the tournament at UWM, and you guys beat Western Michigan early, and that was just a great come from behind victory. And I think it spoke a lot about the girls. So the signs were there, and I know you guys had your banquet this week. Some of the awards that were handed out, Nikki was MVP. Looking at what she did as a floor general out there, how pleased were you with her development?
Nikki did great. I think coming in as a transfer sometimes can be really difficult. You're joining just a whole new group of people, but it's especially difficult when you're the on-court quarterback. You have to direct and lead, whether they want you to or not, whether you're ready to or not, you have to do it. And she did it brilliantly. Really grasped our system, was able to, I think, become prolific and help our offense really click by the end of the season. And so we're really looking forward to her senior year coming up this fall, and not looking forward to when she graduates. We'd love to have her for 3 more years, but the clock ticks as it does, and we'll get the most out of her this year.
What's your relationship like with Nikki? Because as you said, she's the quarterback, and everyone talks in sports, the quarterback and the coach are probably the 2 most important people to a program. You would probably argue and say your players humbly, but I mean, the 2 of you have got to have a good relationship, and it seemed like you 2 did out there. Yeah,
I think it's been great. Nikki is the type of person that sees what our vision is, and she's willing to do it and do the things that we ask of her, and I think leads in a very selfless kind of way. She's very smart about the game. A lot of people don't know that she was an All-American basketball player too. I mean, she is just a stud athlete and a great competitor. But yeah, I kind of joke with my team all the time and tell them that I don't have favorites, but well, really my favorites are the players who work the hardest and the setter. And so we assume, of course, the setter's always going to work hard, but it's a given. We have to be able to communicate well. I have to delegate a lot of things to her, and of course the team even has her as a team captain too, and so she's just a really natural leader for us.
Now, you said, I mean, she's a hard worker amongst those group of players, I'm sure. As they go forward in the spring here, you said most people don't like it, and they're all about it right now. I mean, does you look at that and say this is a big step forward for our program, and we can look at that, but are you also judging them and looking forward to next season at this point, or is it too tough to do?
Yeah, no, we look forward to next season already. I think that's kind of what motivates and drives all of us, is getting ready for that moment. The great thing about spring season is we do have unofficial competition, so we'll play against other college teams and we'll win, and we want to win, and I think that's the great part for us. And what we always say is that you never come off of a great spring and have a terrible fall, but you can sure come off a terrible spring and have a terrible fall. So we're working hard to have a great spring this year, and we return almost everybody to our lineup for next year. So we really feel great about where we are in terms of our program in relation to other teams in the Big East, as well as just nationally.
And you brought in a few more players for the next season. What are you excited about? What they're going to bring to the table?
Yeah, they're going to be great. We have 4 players coming in, and an outside, a middle, a setter, and a DS, and in some ways the smallest player, the DS, may have the biggest impact right out of the gate, and that's the way it goes in terms of our lineup need. But I think all of them have a great future within our program, and it's going to be really exciting to get them here and get them fully training. But our local talent is Courtney Morotic, who's out of Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and she's just a tremendous athlete, hits the snot out of the ball, and we're going to really enjoy having her here. And then a player from New Jersey, a player from St. Louis, a player from Chicago, and Marquette has the ability to draw from all over the country, and so we're working hard to do that in recruiting. but we know that we're going to get great volleyball talent out of our local area in particular. So we're pounding the pavement in Wisconsin really well right now.
I think what you do so well as a coach is these players come in and it's not like, oh, you're a freshman, sit the bench. You let them go out and learn. You let them have the opportunity to play. Is that part of your coaching philosophy? Like anyone can play if you're up to it and you work hard enough?
Yeah, I think we want to win, so we need the winners on the court. And if a walk-on can help us better than a scholarship player at that moment, the walk-on plays. If a freshman can do it better than a senior, the freshman plays. I think loyalty is a great thing, and there's not enough of it in athletics nowadays. But I also know that winning is also a great thing, and we need more of that at Marquette volleyball. So it was great to watch some of our freshmen dogfight for spots and take spots away from older upper-class players. It's all good for me, and it's all good ultimately for the team. I love seeing players push each other within the team concept.
All right, Coach, we'll be following you throughout the spring season and
All right, man.
into the fall. Thanks so much. Coach Shymansky joining us here in the Golden Eagle Spotlight interviews. Be sure to check out this and all interviews at MUTVsports.com. And, of course, your home for all Marquette athletics, GoMarquette.com. For Coach Brad Galli here in the MUTV studios, thanks for watching, Marquette.